Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? I'm Dave, Mitch the Motivator, here with you on a very important, very timely, very informative, and beneficial video that will help you gain perspective so that you can keep going on another day at a time. Yes, we're going to talk about unfairness. Yeah, how life is so terrible at times. You become so overwhelmed by just the daily pressures in life, stress of economics, money problems, work related issues, family, health, you know, whatever the situation is. You're trying to find some relief, just something to keep you going so that you can just keep your head above water, just so that you can just maintain. And you're quite overwhelmed, you're just so stressed out with so much going on. And you say to yourself, why should I keep going on? I mean, like this. Why should I try to keep a positive mindset? Why should I just, you know, continue working at this certain job and trying to be a somewhat positive person, just a decent person, when the stresses and unfairness, the indignation of life just cripples you? I mean, it takes so much out of you. Yes, it is something that all of us face. All of us are going through some sort of trial tribulation. It's just natural. It's just the way the situation is in life at this time. And I mean, you are pain to the point where you're just saying, there's no answers out there. Nobody can really tell me anything. Nothing's it's going to really take away the grief, the sorrow, the sadness, the state of depression that I'm in, because you just can't trust anyone. The trust factor is so huge. It's nothing that's trustworthy anymore. Time and time again, people have been, you know, lied to, mishandled. Trustworthiness is obsolete. It's like maybe 2% in this world. And I'm talking about the reality of things, because reality bites. It really does. It sucks at times because you try different things. You try to be a decent human being, and just injustices happen to you. No fault of your own. So you say, well, what the heck of it? Why not slam down some more drinks, smoke some more of this, you know, throw a window out with a brick, kick something, punch something, just go off. Well, I understand it. And you know what? Sometimes you have to release what's built up inside you, what's just ripping you apart. You may have to punch something, kick something, you know, not to hurt anyone or hurt yourself, but hey, invest in a punching bag. You know, get an old chair from somewhere, or a table or whatever, and keep it on your side. Keep it handy so you can pick it up and throw it, and break it up. Do some deconstruction, to something that's old. Take a big bat or whatever and just pound away at it, swing away at it. Do whatever you had to release that pent up rage, that pent up anger, that pent up, that built up despair that's been eating at you and just tearing you apart over the days, the weeks, the months, or even the years. And just come to the point where it's the last straw with things and you just want to go off. Do that. There's nothing wrong with that. Punching bags are very valuable. Yes. Whatever you had to do to release that physical pain, by all means, do it. Now, I want you to do it with a sense of not feeling guilty, not feeling ashamed. It's all natural. As long as you're not hurting anyone that's innocent or yourself. Yes, you had to do that. And in order for you to do that, do it now. Do it today. Don't hold in the pain, the hurt. Don't act as though that, hey, I'm just going to do whatever. I'm just going to stop doing, anything positive. I'm just going to maybe just hold it in because I don't want to, go out of character or lose my reputation or seem like, I'm crazy or something wrong. No. Do you. It's okay. Because, see, the point of the matter is everyone, me emphasize this, everyone has felt like that, feeling like that now or will. That's important. That's something that gets lost in the mix of the whole situation. You feel as though you're the only one and no one has done something like that before, doing something like that, or do something like that in the future. So no, you're not crazy or something's wrong with you or you're to blame. No, it's just natural. It's okay. Because that's another thing that can add on to the burden, to the stress of your situation. Feeling as though that you're going to, again, fall out of character or be disrespectful or do something that's going to mess up your image. No. Release that pain. Release it. Hey, we go get a massage or have an extra beverage or extra slice of cake or pie or wherever. But I say, hey, you need to punch something, punch a wall. Hopefully it's not a new wall, but do something to release that physical tightness in you. It's okay. I'm letting you know that it's okay. And the perspective to have on that is that many people have done it and are doing it. People who you admire and respect just don't really talk about it or show it. But they do. You have to do that. To use a biblical example, even Christ Jesus himself, who felt this righteous anger and righteous indignation when the people and the money changers were doing some things that they weren't supposed to be doing in the halls. Some of the merchants, they were doing something that was disrespectful at that time. Well, the perfect man, Jesus, as they say, went in and turned over those tables. Yes, he even acted out. So just to use a biblical example, and even if you're not a person who's of faith, there are other examples that show that people have done many things as well because it makes you not crazy, makes you not weak, makes you not, lower than low. It makes you human. That's what it does. So understand that perspective. It's okay. And another thing that's important is that, speaking of deeper things, release your feelings. Talk about it. If you can't talk about it with someone because it could be trust issues, talk out loud, pray, meditate. Prayer is important from a scientific standpoint because it's cathartic. Take out the religious aspect of it. Take out, all the religious orientation that's involved. No, look at it from the scientific point of view, that releasing what's on your mind and letting it out in words, and even journalizing it, but letting it out to something other than you. It's helpful. It's cathartic. It's relaxing. It lets go of what's eating at you and what's tearing you apart. Do that. Maybe you're doing something like that now. Some of the things I'm mentioning, well, continue on with it because it's fine. And this video is to encourage you to consider it, or if you're doing it, encouraging you to keep on with it. at this time, at this moment, and do all you can to just concentrate on this time and this moment instead of worrying. And it's one of the biggest challenges because as human beings, we naturally worry, but we have to not worry, but understand the other perspective about it. Because when we worry, again, it's like being in a rocking chair, as they say. You're going back and forth, but you're not going anywhere. And that's what your mind is doing. It's going back and forth, but it's not really changing anything. You're worrying. And it's overwhelmingly difficult and hard to do, but it's doable. So your perspective on it at the time is take it a moment at a time and understand that you are in the moment, and that's all we have is this moment to try to hang in there the best way you can while releasing the stress and pain that's in you in a way that's hopefully helpful and relaxing. Because listen, there's so many injustices and different unfair things that happen to us that will cause us just to go berserk, go bananas, go bats. Yeah, all the bees. You get it? And it's okay to, but we want to make sure we do it in a way that is constructive and not deconstructive, not something that will continue to hurt us, worry us, or harm us, or take us away from a restful mind that keeps us away from just enjoying a night's rest, which so many people aren't sleeping well, not eating well because of the stresses in life. And they're altering their mindsets and different things to other vices that, you know, not are healthy and beneficial. So I'm encouraging you to try some other healthier, constructive alternatives. Now, if you choose to do some things, that's your right to do it. But I want to let you know that don't ever feel guilty. Don't feel shame if you want to, again, pick up a bat and just swing at a tree or swing at something, not at someone. You don't want to hurt anyone. We want to compound the issues and the pain, the problems. But know that it is quite all right in an unjust world. And as you get through that moment and into the next day, and don't worry about the next day, try not to, or the next week, and definitely the next month, because for each day has its own anxieties. Just enough to dealing with the moment. Work through that process the best way you can, and hopefully with the encouragement and help of others. And through that, you'll gain maybe another perspective or insight on what you have been experiencing and going through the trials and tribulations so that you will come out of it. And I believe that you will come out of it in a way that is positive in some way, shape, form, or fashion for yourself and perhaps for others around you who observe you. The interim, the meantime, is the difficult time. And that's why I'm giving this motivational, encouraging video, because some decided to quit today. Some decided to quit right now or quit tomorrow, being a person who's hanging in there, just trying to be a decent person and maintaining. I don't want you to give up. You have much to offer, and you are a simply amazing human being. Even if you don't believe it right now, as my videos indicate, and I encourage you to watch them when you have a chance to get more information and encouragement and perspective on things so that you can continue on. Yes, life is unfair. It is. It's a beast. Don't let it take you down to the point where you just give up. My grandpop, my late great grandpop, God rest his soul, always would say, you can Give out at times, but don't give up. Yes, give out, but don't give up. So you need to take a break. You need to rest. You need to, again, go into some old house if you're allowed to and do some deconstruction with a bat or crowbar and knock it down. So eventually the construction people will build it back up again if you can do that, or whatever the situation is. Do it. You're worth it. And it's okay. And it's okay to not be okay in this challenging society that's getting ever tougher with so many different things happening during our complex times in the 21st century and going forward. It's a beautiful world, nonetheless, and a whole lot of exciting things that are about to come about. And you want to be a part of that and be a part of that in the best way, in the best version of yourself. Even though at this time right now, if you don't feel that way, well, that's something to consider and even look forward to from a positive standpoint. But right now, at this particular time, concentrate on you. Yes, you, because you are important. And you had to help you so you can be the best you, as well as it will be helpful to others. Yeah, it's difficult. I know. It's challenging. And I would like for you to share some of your trials and tribulations in a respectful way in the comments. Maybe not right now because you're in despair from a loss or from, some trial, tribulation or sorrow that you're dealing with. But share it, release it, get off your mind, get off your heart. Yes. This channel is to help with that, to help to share thoughts, to be upbuilding. Because even though perhaps you're not going through something right now, trial tribulation, and that's good. I hope that you're doing well and maintaining and being successful. But again, maybe a time that will in the future, in the not too distant future, will you experience some challenge physically, psychologically, or emotionally. You just need some encouragement. Remember this channel and this video, because life throws you curveballs all the time. Sinker balls and knuckleballs, to use a baseball sports analogy, but it does. And unfortunately, so many people haven't, again, reached their full potential because they didn't have the encouragement or the right motivation. Well, this video is here for you as well as others. So at this time, remember, you got this. Just concentrate on this moment. Breathe in, breathe out. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. Then hang in there for another second and get as much encouragement and help that you can. Ask for it. Yes. Don't be ashamed to ask for help. It's hard, especially for men, because men have an ego. But, that's with that. Remember that ego can take us somewhere and pride will leave us there and leave us in a bad situation. So, men, ask for it. You deserve it. Really deserve it. That's real manhood, which I speak about. When you do ask for help, or at least, at the very least, consider it. My videos about consideration on things in another perspective. So again, these guys are the best. I hope this video is helpful and encouraging, and you can take some takeaways or just one. Thanks again. You could have been doing anything else, but you took time to watch this video for your benefit and encouragement. Please like, subscribe, share, and continue to support in any way possible this channel so continue to grow. I consider it still in this somewhat infancy stage. So let's let it keep growing and keep building. so I can offer more and we can offer each other more and share so that we all can be the best versions as possible, especially so during these quite critical and challenging times that we can we can not only survive in together, we hang in there, perhaps thrive. Peace out, as I will always say. Until next time, take care, Mr. Motivator. One love. Peace. Thank you.